Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syed Zubair. Now we discuss about our introduction. KFC are exposed to a wide range of risks that make them vulnerable to lawsuit and other crippling liabilities. We have identified KFC company and proposed the relevant insurance coverage such as general liability, professional indemnity liability, director and official liability, public and product liability, and employer liability. KFC background. KFC is an abbreviation of Kentucky Fried Chicken and is a chain of fast food restaurants based in Louisville, Kentucky in the United States and was founded by Colonel Harlan Sanders in 1952. KFC Holding Malaysia Berhad. KFC Holding is a branded chicken retail chain operator. KFC Holding in Malaysia operate about 500 KFC restaurants nationwide. Also operate Rasa Mas chain of restaurant about 35 outlets. Approximately 52 kedai ayam mas owned by the group of KFC Holding make this company as nation's first branded chicken-based retail chain. General liability insurance. General liability insurance, sometimes called business liability and commercial general liability insurance, help protect KFC from claim of bodily injury and property damage. This kind of claim can come up during normal business operation. Without coverage, you had to pay for the damage out of the pocket. A general liability policy for KFC may cover the following claims. First, bodily injuries and property damage KFC may have caused. This can include customer slip and falls or employee accidents, like breaking a client window while walking at their home. Second, advertising injury that KFC causes by defaming someone else or another company. Third, copyright infringement from using someone else's work, KFC's ad without their permissions. And last, reputational harm if someone KFC management said in an interview about another business owner negatively impacts their company. A general liability insurance can help cover KFC with medical expense and attorney fees resulting from bodily injury and property damage from which KFC may legally responsible. Claim involving bodily injuries and property damage resulting from their product, service, and operations. It provides protection against lawsuit, accidents, and oversight that might otherwise financially devastate KFC. A policy provides liability coverage related to customer injuries, customer property damage, host legal liability, advertising injuries such as slander, libel, and copyright infringement. General liability insurance can pay for everything from ambulance ride to the cost of lawsuit if KFC is sued. General liability insurance cover legal defense fees, medical expense, court order judgment.
Assalamualaikum, my name is NURUL QAIRA and my metric number is 052950. So I'm going to talk about professional liability insurance. It is a type of liability insurance that protects professionals such as accountants, lawyers, physicians, insurance agents, and doctors from negligence and other related claims that their clients may file. It helps with common claims like negligence, misrepresentation, and inaccurate advice. It also helps you to cover violation of good faith and fair dealing. Professional liability insurance pays to help to cover you and your company if you make a mistake in your professional services, or it also covers the cost of professional liability. Professional liability refers to the possibility or risk of being sued for causing harm to another person as a result of their work. Only damages that occur as a result of a person's work are covered by professional liability. Well, this policy are tailored to cover a certain sort of professional liability in various industry. What does professional liability insurance cover? Well, it helps to cover claims of negligence, misrepresentation, and inaccurate advice. Even if you did nothing wrong, your client has the right to sue your company if they believe you made a mistake, and you have to pay for a pricey legal defense charges out of pocket if you don't have coverage. But it is important to remember that professional liability insurance doesn't cover everything, including bodily injury or property damage, defamation, work-related injuries or illnesses, data breach, and consequential loss. How professional liability insurance work? Well, it is a unique type of coverage that is not available through homeowners' endorsements, in-home business policies, or company owners' policies. Typical professional liability policies will indemnify the insured against loss resulting from any claim or claim made during the policy period as a result of any covered error, omission, or negligent act committed during the policy period in the conduct of the insured's professional business. Many insurance companies write a professional liability insurance policy on a claims-made basis with a retroactive date and extended reporting period. The retroactive date means you are covered for incidents that happen on or after a specified date in your policy. The extended reporting periods helps cover claims filed within a certain time after your policy expires. This is generally a 30 to 60 day period, but you can extend this period to a year or more for an additional cost.
Directors and official liability. Directors and official liability insurance is insurance coverage intended to protect individuals from personal loss if they are sued as a result of serving as a director of an officer of a business or other types of organization. It can also cover the legal fees and other costs the company may incur as a result of such a suit. So, below are the claims that DNO policy cover for KFC directors and officers. The first one is wrongful acts. As example, the corporation misrepresented a KFC company's financial health in order to secure funding from an investor. The investor may later sue the company and its directors for those misrepresentations. Hence, DNO policy would provide coverage for the cost of defending this lawsuit and any resulting settlement or judgment against the corporation and its directors. The second one is improper management suits. Officers and directors may be also sued for improper management of the company's finance. This may also arise when the company sells its assets for an unreasonably low price. As example, the KFC company has a price of property values 1 million ringgit and it sells it for 500,000. A shareholder may sue for the financial mismanagement if the sale was made to someone connected to the directors of or officers. There may be an additional claim for improper self-dealing. As above, DNO policy would indemnify the cost of the lawsuit and any settlement of award. The third one is negligence of duties. As example, one of KFC employee is embezzling from the company and the directors and officer fail to find the embezzlement and stop it. The company's shareholders of KFC may sue for damage that arise from the negligence. In this case, the lawsuit would be covered by a DNO policy. Next is employment-related claims. As example, the board of KFC decides to have a headcount reduction due to drop in sale. The affected employee may file lawsuit against individual directors and officers on the grounds of unfair termination or dismissal. So, DNO liability insurance cover such claims and pays for defending the allegations made against them. Why do KFC companies purchase directors and officers cover? It is because the directors and officers can make mistakes and are often personally legally liable for them. They often should make tough and complex decisions with huge impacts on the basis of the limited information available. What the directors and officers policy will cover: first, defense costs; 2, damage; 3, costs generated by administrative and criminal proceedings. How does the policy work? The policy grants cover on a claims-made basis. This means that claims are only covered if they are made while the policy is in effect, usually for 12 months. Second is retroactive cover. This means that the policy will have an agreed often unlimited retroactive period, covering claims for wrongful acts that took place before the policy's inception. The importance of indirectors and official liability insurance is increase the KFC company credibility, instill confidence in decision making of directors and officials, ensure smooth functioning the KFC business, improve recruitment opportunities for director level roles and higher retention. Types of director and official liability insurance. The typical D&O insurance policy contains three types of insuring agreements. They are commonly referred to as Side A, Side B, and Side C. Side A is coverage covers directors and officials for claims where the company refuses to or is financially unable to pay the indemnification. This can occur, for example, if the company has declared bankruptcy. Under Side A coverage, the individual officer is the one who's insured and it's their personal assets that are at risk. Side B is coverage covers the loss of directors and officials when the company does grant indemnification. In this case, the policy will reimburse the company for legal costs. Under Side B coverage, it is the company that is insured while its corporate assets are at risk. Side C is coverage, also called entity coverage, extend coverage for the corporate entity itself. Under Side C coverage, the company is insured and its corporate assets are at risk.
Assalamualaikum. My name is NURAIDA AFRINA binti AHMAD. My matric number is 052976. I will talk about public and product liability insurance. Public liability means the legal liability in respect of personal injury or property damage or advertising injury happening in connection with the business other than product liability. Product liability means legal liability in respect of personal injury or property damage caused by or arising out of any products or the release upon a representation or warranty made at any time with respect to such product, but only where such personal injury or property damage happened after a physical possession of such product has been relinquished to others. Understanding KFC's duty of care. In order to successfully claim compensation for an injury in an accident in KFC, it has to prove that KFC was negligent by failing to identify a risk of injury and remove, repair or cordon off the hazard to prevent an accident occurring, and that KFC negligent in failing to make the premise safe result in you sustaining an injury. This breach in their duty of care makes KFC liable for injuries and give the right to make accident in KFC injury claims for compensation. The last one is policy coverage. First, public liability. It designed to protect the insured in respect of his legal liability to pay compensation for an accidental injury to body injury or accidental damage to property. The scope includes accidental physical injury to any person not being a member of the insured family or any person in the service of the insured, and accidental damage to property not belonging to or in the custody control of the insured. Also, any legal expenses incurred by the insured in defending legal proceedings. Second, product liability. It designed to compensate the insured legal liability for injury or damage sustained by another person that caused directly by defective product supply, distribute or sold. This policy provides indemnity to the manufacturer, distributor or supplier of products against the aforesaid potential liability exposure.
Employer liability coverage is a policy which covers employers from their legal liability to pay compensation for bodily injury and illness to employees arising within a course of their employment. As an example, loss of damage to property belonging to third party. This is often within the event of negligence by employer or employees or defects within the premises. Additionally, it covers employer for costs and expense incurred by employer with the company written consenting and costs and expense recovered by claimant. Employer's duties. A. The duty to employ competent employees. It is employer's duty to use only competent employees who qualify to require the roles. It is important because employers to be blamed for the employee's accident. B. The duty to provide or maintain a safe system of work. CCTV is a common security system that been used to prevent theft or avoid any incident occur in the premises to employees or customer. A safe place to work. As an example, one of the employees KFC that worked at night shift got robbed while working, so employers need to install CCTV or fire alarm if anything happened. Safe and suitable plan. In KFC, we can see that all the racks and furniture arranged perfectly to avoid employees or customer from any accident. What employer liabilities cover? The employer liability covers employer for his or her legal liability under the common law to pay compensation, cost and expense to their employees. Employers are going to be held liable for personal negligence, failure to provide a safe place and a safe system of work, failure to exercise reasonable care in the requirement of competent staff, failure to provide a proper machinery and maintain them in a good working order. Next, what employer liability does not cover? Employer's liability policy does not cover legal costs from employees' lawsuit, charging discrimination, sexual harassment, or wrongful termination. Next, employer liability limits. A. 100,000 per occurrence for bodily injuries. B. 100,000 per employee for bodily injury. B. Occupational disease. C. 500,000 policy limit for bodily injury by disease.
In conclusion, having a liability insurance is really important, especially when you are running your own small business, because there are a lot of risks you should be actively protecting yourself from, and liability risks are at the top of that food chain. If you don't have liability insurance coverage, your risk having to pay for these claims will be out of pocket. Lawsuits can put you out of business, and that's why getting the right liability insurance for your business is important, because it can help protect you so you can keep yours running successfully. Having professional liability coverage built into your insurance policy can help protect your business from the costs associated with these types of lawsuits.